Hey everyone, this video is about event-driven architecture of microservices. We are going to analyze what is the importance of event-driven pattern in the microservices architecture. So let's go ahead and get started. For example, we have these two services, product service and order services. They are generating some messages for other services and they need to communicate with other services to complete the flow that user has requested. Let's say these are the services that product and order service needs to communicate. This is the history service where it needs to just archive the data that it is generating, which is further going to be used by analytics, machine learning algorithm, and just to read the history data, for which we have history service. We have mailing service to communicate to the user about some information, about some state of the change, anything it can be. We have analytics service where it needs to analyze the data to study the pattern of the user, or it can be anything, and there can be n number of services that it needs to communicate. What is the most obvious solution that we can say? We can say that this product service can make direct communication with this one, right? And this order services can make direct communication to specific service, direct communication to specific service, whatever it needs. Let's see the problem with this one. So this is the line of code that you have written. Assume this is the first line where business logic specific to product service is being executed and it has prepared some data which it needs to send to history service. What it will do, it will directly call this history service and will wait for the data to be updated in history service, and then response to come to product service, and then move further. Same is going to happen with the order service as well. So the problem here is this: to complete the flow at the current time of the flow, at the execution of the flow, product service doesn't need the response from the history service. It just needs to update that one. It is a response from the history service is not going to impact the history product service response, but still it is waiting for the response from the history service. So that time lag is causing the problem. What the solution comes out of this scenario to avoid this time lag, we call that event driven system. We can put something here at this point and we can pass the information what history service needs to this point. History service will be continuously pulling the data from here, or continuous listening to the history service that any data is coming to this point. History service is going to make update to the respective database and whatever it is doing. And product, in this way, product service doesn't need to wait for the response from the history service. It can just fire the message to this one and just move further. So there is no time lag in passing this message here, because it is not waiting for the response. So this point, what we are saying is the message broker. This is message broker. Message broker, there are different message broker providers in the market. If I talk about, there are RabbitMQ, there is ActiveMQ, there is Kafka. This message broker helps a lot in completing this architecture. So now anything product service want to pass to other services, it can pass those messages to message broker. Those events it can pass to message broker. Same is applicable for the order service. It can also pass the message or event, we say, to message broker. And all other services which need the information from these one, they are listening to these message brokers that anything comes here, I'll be picking those and doing my work. This is what we call the event driven system. So let's see some points about this one. Use of message brokers. Message broker, I have told you that there are ActiveMQ, RabbitMQ, Kafka, and others as well. If you want to get the information about these providers, jump to the Google and search about these. In future, while creating the demo about these event-driven system, I am going to explain in detail about these one, ActiveMQ, RabbitMQ, and Kafka as well. Coming to the next point, decoupled architecture, which is the soul of the distributed microservices system. Now we have decoupled system here. Asynchronous communication. There are two kinds of communication: synchronous and asynchronous. Synchronous means that we are telling that it is waiting for the response from this service. This is what we have got this architecture. It is not waiting for the response from this broker. It is asynchronous communication. So that is all about the event driven system. I hope you got the understanding about this. There are other terms about this event as well. Event notification, you can very much relate it to your mobile system, that any message in your WhatsApp is coming, you get the notification, and other application which you have enabled in your system, you will get the notification of those events. Event carried state transfer, this is yet another term of related things. If you want to get more details about this is the article martinfowler.com. You can go ahead and check out these in further details. What is next, I'm going to explain. So there is more specific term, event sourcing, which is very much related to event driven but somewhat different. I'm going to explain that in the next video. Want to see all the course plan and detailed architecture and other topics? This is the link that you can go ahead and check out. If you like the content, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe the channel and press the bell icon so that you get notification about every upload. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care, stay safe, bye bye.